Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome to scenarios again. What? Huh? So, in a lot of scenarios, there are two sides to each scenario. Not all of them, but most of them. So I'm going to go back and play the side that I didn't play in the original scenarios. Now, for Operation Barbarossa... Oops, I didn't mean to fuck that up. Operation Barbarossa, that was the Soviet Union. I played as the Germans in Operation Barbarossa. So I'm going to flip the switch, and I'm going to play as the Soviet Union. And you'll notice that the name of this video is a little bit different than, what it actually is, which is Operation Barbarossa. What I've named it is Operation Uranus. Now, if you don't know what Operation Uranus was, it was the name of the big Soviet counterattack at Stalingrad. So, yeah, right here. That was to encircle I believe it was the German 6th Army and take them out entirely. This was the start of the Soviet major counterattacks that started to see some successes. Mind you, at this point, the front line looked considerably different than what it does now, as the Germans had basically pushed to Moscow, and Stalingrad on this front were attacking the northern Caucasus and was fighting somewhere south of Leningrad as well. So, yeah, it looked a little bit different. However, this is what we're naming it, Operation Uranus, because that was when it started to kind of turn around, and I'm hoping that I don't have too much of an issue. RIP France. RIP France. I feel bad for them. Rest in peace, French units. So, right now I'm not at war with the Germans, which is good, because it means I can really kind of shore up my front line a little bit. I'm also hoping, yeah, they kind of do what they're doing now, which is retreating off back towards Berlin in more of a defensive measure. That's my big hope. I also really want to make sure that my Navy is semi-prepared for this as well. I would like a naval, some sort of Navy power over the Germans, at least for a little bit, you know. That's kind of the goal here. So I'm massing quite a few troops and stuff towards the front line, because there's going to be a major offensive that they try to go through Lithuania. They have a lot of troops concentrated there. The Romanians also give me a hard fucking time. So as soon as the Germans declare war on me, I'm probably just going to declare war on Romania, to be totally honest. That's probably the smart thing to do. I'm going to begin to build some production of cheaper mounted infantry. And there it is. There's the declaration. Infantry France. Yeah, we kind of expected the German betrayal. That's for sure. So, I'm going to declare war on the Romanians. I think that's probably a good idea. I mean, the Germans are going to come through here anyway. I don't know. We'll wait and see how that line really measures up, I suppose. So, I'm going to move those guys in that direction. And let's see where the Germans really come at us from. So there we go. We got some fighting going on in the Black Sea, or the North Sea, I should say, between my very large sub-commands and the Germans. I'm going to move those sub-commands south. Now, where are they trying to invade me more so from? So they're definitely attacking up here. I should put my troops onto full here. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to take the mighty Soviet Air Force. We're going to actually bomb out in Lithuania, because that's a front that always seems to go either way. I find this front's kind of static. Or at least it always seems to be fairly static. They don't seem to be invading me at all through here. So let's divert a good chunk of that line. I don't know where the fuck they're going. Just land in Odessa, I guess. Stop being worthless. Land in Odessa. We'll take some of the troops here. See, strategic planning, you can overwhelm the German forces if you're smart enough to. You just have to have that, oops, not boats, strategic planning. Capture Warsaw sounds good to me. Okay. Finland, Croatia has an alliance with them. Are we going to see alliance troops try to back up the Soviets, I wonder? No. I don't really see many. There's a Romanian troop there, but they're not... I wouldn't say they're backing them up. We're starting to surround quite a lot. Oh, okay, so Romania did declare war on me. Okay. That's fine. We can divert some troops from the front for that purpose. Not too picky about that. There's a lot of troops in there that we could be kind of overwhelming. That's something else I should be concerning myself with building is tactical bombers, probably. We'll build some DB-3Ts. That's good. Oh, the Hungarians now really want a piece of us. Fucking Finland! Fuck you, Finland. Really, Finland? You really think this is the time for that? I don't. I really don't think it is. I've got other shit to deal with, Finland. You can take this expository force here. Italy? Oh, I don't care about Italy. Nobody, let's be honest, nobody really cares much about Italy. Well, they ran out of supply. Who controls the North Sea? The Germans. They have a big capital ship floating around. So I've got a Hungarian and a Romanian line to deal with. Though, to be fair, it's more or less a defense. You know, not to not give them credit or anything, but it is more of a defensive line. At least I think so. Send some tanks to reinforce the invasion of whatever the fuck that is. Oh hey. That's just a bunch of howitzers. Let's kill the howitzers. Blow the howitzers to fucking Kingdom Come. We've pushed back on the Lithuanian line. I repeat, we have actually pushed back the Lithuanian line pretty heavily at this point. I am very proud to say this. The Romanian line doesn't look too healthy, but let's have a bomb out here and move these troops north. Looks like we're invading Hungary quite heavily now. We've got a good defensive initiative in Romania, but I would like to turn it into more offensive at this point. I'd like to be able to capture things. I don't think that was probably the wisest thing to do there, but sorry, we can surround most of their stuff on the northern flank. You can come around to this flank here and defend it. Offer from the Brits! Offer from the period. I believe that the recent German actions demonstrate that both our nations survive. I entirely agree, guys. Britain, if you want to not be useless, that would be fucking fantastic, honestly. It's okay, though, because the Winter War isn't going to go as well as it did in real life, because the Finns are going to die. The poor Finns. If only they knew what their actual fate was in the real, fight, in real life. They didn't do too badly on this one. The Soviets, I think, they still won, but they got their fucking asses handed to them for, really longer than they should. Attack Helsinki with boats. I'd like to attack them. I'd like them to die. It's just another front that I really don't need. Yeah, take out those fucking... Who is this? Japan! Oh, that's not good. What is good is that our fucking navy over here is goddamn massive. Get them out there. What isn't good is we don't have much in the way of troops. Get back on a defense. Get back on a defense. It's fine. Don't worry about the Eastern Front. Or the Western Front, in my own view. Technically for me, it's the Western. East, West, North, South Front. There we go. Fuck you, Finland. Get those troops back on that front fucking line. Asshole-ish Finnish. Oh look, there's Germans up in... Oh yeah, that's right. They have Norway, don't they? Right. That's fine. I don't really care. They're just going to run out of supply up there, so I'm not too concerned about that. Hello, bureaucrat. Looks like my mass fucking overwhelming of your forces worked out pretty well. Good job, me. The Hungarians have fought back. That's concerning. Well, we actually have... Well, that's part of the German-Slovakian Republic. I thought that was our land. I thought we took that over, and I'm like, oh, good job, us. It's okay, if the Romanians fall, I can worry more about that front line. So I'm going to actually send a lot of my aircraft in here. So we can assist with the fall of Bucharest. Let's go take that shit over. Take over Bucharest. Do it. Do it. Where are we faltering on this line? Looking everywhere by the looks of it. Just everybody go and bomb. And Romania is conquered. Good. Send that corps north. This whole corps needs to go to the fucking line there and take out those dick faces. We don't want to open a front with the Italians if we can help it. I really don't want to open up that front line. Because the Italians could actually turn the tide. Like, we're doing quite well. I would rather not lose because of Italians. You know, that's all the same to y'all. The Germans are still fighting hard, though, on this front. And the Hungarians, I gotta put it up to them. They lost a ton of land and they took it back. But now they have to deal with the fresh fighting face from the Romanian front. Which isn't going to go over very well for them, I don't think. Can we use, like, the 3 tanks and stuff that are there to invade? It also gave us even more of an air force. Just bad. It's just very bad for business. The Germans are attempting to fight back on this line, and I'm not too appreciative of that. I'm gonna send in these divisions. I'm not having any of this fucking counter-attacking horse shit. I want Warsaw as well. Warsaw would be nice. Can I have that? Can I have Warsaw? We bomb the crap out of it. Take it over. Come on, it's only being controlled by a couple of thousand Germans. Oh, we did. We took it. So we actually took... Yeah, I know we have an unlikely friendship with the Brits now, which is arguably kind of funny. Okay, good. Now, let's bomb out Budapest. Again, we really don't need fights in the north. That's not required at all. We don't need it. Can we overwhelm them here and then eat up Danzig? I think Danzig is actually a legitimate want. If we take over Danzig, there's not really much between Berlin and us anymore. You know what I mean? Oh shit, the Spanish have joined in. Who the fuck is leading the Spanish? Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Wait, Franco? But what? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold the fuck on. Franco, what the fuck are you doing? Look how happy Stalin is about this. Hey, what's up, buddy? Do you want to become friends? Fucking Franco? Oh, what the fuck? We just keep BFFs with Francisco Franco. The fascist leader It wants to be our BFF. Fuck me. That's hilarious. What's going on here? Get out there. Get out in the world. Go fight the fucking Japanese. Fight them more. I know we're fighting the crap out of them, but fight them more. Look, the Chinese are barely hanging on. We have to do nothing and pretend we're doing something. Could we actually invade the island of Japan? Is there an actual area that we could land that's, like, fine? There's a carrier there. No, we'd have to, like... that would be quite the invasion. That we'd have to launch. It would be quite the invasion. Did I say we took their capital? Did we take Budapest? Oh, no, we didn't. Not yet. We're very close. If we take Budapest, we're opening up quite the front line. Good. Let's move up on the southern flank. Like, I really don't give two flying fucks about that. Oh, shit. Goodbye, Slovak Republic. Alright. I am honestly surprised the Bulgarians haven't tried to get in on this yet. I figured they'd be much more amped for this. Can we take this, please? There's one garrison in there. We can shoot up one garrison, I'm sure. There we go. Was there 2 panzers in here? A couple of garrisons in that city, but who cares, really? There we go. We're moving slowly towards Danzig on the front here. The German offensive is fairly, I'd say, stopped at this point. The Swiss now are getting in on it. I don't think the Swiss will be defeated by the Germans now. I don't think they'll get very far. Not like Franco, but I don't think they're gonna lose. Yes, the main thing I'm concerned about now is Italian intervention. Like this front hitting the Italian line, because that wouldn't be good. I don't think the Italian line would be a good one to open. Which is why I want to basically blitz for Berlin at this point. I don't think we're gonna run into too much trouble doing that. Can I drive into Praha? Oh my god, I can. Oh my god, I just did. We really don't need Wien, guys. We really don't need it. Can we get concentration now on this line that we just opened up south of Berlin? You know, this fucking strategic and... Oh, we took Danzig, okay. Apparently we took Danzig over. We've got Poznan now. Well, we have Prague. Like, Berlin's within our sights now. Operation Uranus is a complete and utter success here. We just need to invade Dresden. I don't think I'll get to Leipzig. Well, I might. So there's really not a lot now in my way. The Germans have lost morale. I'm gonna move that corps. This is my southern corps. Take over all this stuff here. I need to take out that. We'll airbomb the shit out of Berlin when we get there. Which we will get there. Boy, oh boy, will we ever get there. Feel bad for them when we do. Again, Franco. What a strange ally. Francisco Franco. Fascist dictator. Turned Democrat, apparently. I don't understand. There we go, we just overwhelmed the industrial areas of the Sudetenland. Entirely overwhelmed that. Hey, Britain. Declared war on the Congo. Okay. I guess. What's going on here? Are we getting invaded? Who's actually getting invaded here? I'd like to know. What a fucking shit show this is against the Japanese. Fucking just invade the Japanese. Just invade them. Invade Japan. What's this? Is this Italians? Yeah, they're fighting the Brits. See, the Brits aren't going to launch their actual counterattack against, you know, Rommel and the Italians because, well, Rommel's probably going to die. We're on the outskirts of Berlin in 1941. Oh, Vichy Syria was just eliminated by who, the Brits? Oh wow, shit, the Brits are there. So the Brits are there. They're just not too sure what to do. Berlin will be under my control and now. Once one of my units figures out. There we go. What did Franco get? He didn't get as much as I thought. Switzerland got a fair amount though. London. Okay, what the fuck, Canada? When the hell did they show up? When did the Canadians show up with ships? Okay, sure. Well, those are all Swiss now. The whole of these ships are Swiss. Or, Swedish, I should say. Oh my god. It's okay, we got all the important bits. That's all that matters. Oh yeah, now the front line with the Italians opened up, but we don't care about them. They don't matter. It's fine. We can overwhelm them pretty easily, I think. But yeah, so Operation Uranus, complete success. Touch and go for a little bit. I saw the Hungarians pushing up after I'd pushed them in, and I was like, oh fuck, here we go. There's a big loss of troops there. We did actually lose about 500 units, so that's kind of shitty. But other than that, great. Good job, everybody. Yeah. So a lot of the scenarios are like this. So I'm gonna play on the different sides of each scenario and see where we can get. So yeah, thank you much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.